I've had quite a few comments asking how I do my hair, so in this video I'm going to be answering all your questions on how I cut, layer and also blow dry and style my hair. It's super convenient, saves both time and money, and once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty simple. If you're new here, my name's Izzy. I'm a final year medical student at Cambridge University. And this video is a little bit different to usual. I was a little bit hesitant to make it because I'm not a professional hairdresser at all, and who am I to talk about what I do with cutting my own hair. But I thought this would be interesting to share with you guys because cutting your own hair means that you can really save time and money, and you don't have to be spending £70 on a haircut every couple of months. My method has evolved quite a bit over the years and achieves a fairly simple look. It's just this sort of mid-length cut with some layers in it. It's nothing mind-blowing, nothing crazy or cutting edge, but it's just what I've been doing for the last 10 years or so. Maybe I need a style update, but this is what I'll be sticking to for now. So I'd just like to say two things really before we start. Firstly, just to reiterate that I'm not a professional hairdresser. I have no professional training in cutting hair. This is just how I've been doing it at home for a really long time. And I consistently go for a mid-length sort of cut, usually like ranging between this sort of length. So this technique may not be ideal for different hair textures or lengths, so just bear that in mind when you're cutting your own hair. And the final thing I'd like to mention is, if this is your first time trying this out, then go easy on it. Cut less rather than more, because you can always go back and do it again, cut a little bit more. That's one of the amazing things about cutting your own hair at home as well, is that you have that flexibility to experiment with what you like. Cut a little bit, maybe then go back again and cut a bit more. So go easy, don't go heavy-handed, because once you've cut it off you can't put it back on. So without further ado, let's get into it. This video will be divided into 6 parts. So to start with, I'm going to talk about the equipment that you're going to need. Secondly, how to prep your hair to cut and layer it. Thirdly, I'll talk about doing the main length cut. Fourthly, about doing the layer cut. And fifth, I will talk about trimming the front fronds to frame your face nicely. And finally, I will talk about how I style and blow dry my hair and any products that I use in it. Okay, so the equipment that you're going to need to actually cut your hair includes a fine hairdressing comb. This one has bristles of different sizes along it, but any kind of comb will do. A set of hairdressing scissors. You can also use just regular scissors, but I would recommend investing in a set of hairdressing scissors if you can. Then I also use a set of feathering scissors here. This is sort of optional because you don't really need to have it. It's just since I've been cutting my hair myself for so long, I thought I may as well get some. And then potentially the most important piece of equipment for the actual haircut itself is having a strong hairband, which is absolutely key to the method that I use. Next, for actually styling the hair, I use a kind of oil before I style my hair. Usually I'll put this in when it's still damp. Currently I'm using this L'Oreal Elvive Extraordinary Oiling Cream. Then of course I use a hairdryer with an air concentrator, along with a round brush over here and some hair clips as well. It's just standard crocodile clips. And finally I use this plant mister, which doubles up as a hair mister, to keep my hair nice and damp when I'm either cutting or styling it. If you are cutting your hair damp, do bear in mind that it will shrink up a little bit and be a bit shorter when it dries. So that's just another reason to maybe go a little bit easier, cut a bit less than you usually would, because if your hair is damp then it will shrink up. I made this mistake when I was cutting my fringe years ago when it was damp. I cut it to the perfect length when it was damp, and then it shrunk up by about, I don't know, a centimetre or so. It was awful. So don't be like me. Don't make the same mistake. Now I'm going to do the main length trim just to get the length right. So I decide on how much I want to cut off. Maybe 1 or 2 inches is usually what I go for. And then I divide my hair evenly down the middle with a middle parting that goes all the way to the very back of my head at the nape of my neck, and I'll split the hair and bring it around the front underneath my chin and tie it into a ponytail there. It's really important to make sure that the ponytail is right in the middle underneath your chin, and also that your head is straight on as well, and it's all very symmetrical. And once you're ready to go, then just cut off however much you wanted to trim. Often I will feather the ends of the ponytail or point cut into it just to lighten up the edge a bit, make it not quite so blunt and make it look a bit more natural. So point cutting is essentially where you take the hairdressing scissors and you cut directly into the hair parallel to the direction of the hairs. After doing this once, then usually I take out the ponytail, I brush it all out again, maybe re-dampen the hair with the water mister, and then I do it one more time just to make sure that I haven't missed out any bits that might have been left a little bit long. And before doing the second round of this main length trim, I will check the evenness of the length on both sides just by pulling the hair down on both sides, and I'll also make sure that I'm happy with the length and maybe go a bit shorter or decide on how much shorter I want to go. The reason why I tie it underneath my chin is because this helps to get a slightly more natural shape of the hair at the back. I initially used to tie the ponytail at the back of my head, sort of at the nape of my neck, and cut that way, but actually that almost results in a slightly inverted U-shape hairline at the back. So by tying the ponytail under the chin to cut it, that means that the final result will be more of this natural looking U-shaped hairline at the back when you look at your hair from the back. After deciding the length of my hair and doing the main length trim, I do the layer cut. And now for the layer cut, we're going to go for a unicorn ponytail technique, where we're going to tie the hair near the very front of the forehead in a sort of unicorn horn position. Finally flip it over and then trim off maybe an inch or so. Again, I just like to re-emphasize that you should err on the side of caution here. You can always cut more later, so cut a bit less to start with, and you can undo the ponytail, see how it looks, see if the layer length is what you would like, and then you can always go back again. And sometimes I'll repeat this process maybe 2 or 3 times to get the right layer length that I'm looking for. Finally, I usually do a slight front frond trim just to tidy up any edges and help the hair to frame my face nicely. One thing I would say is go easy here, because this is framing your face. You don't want to get this bit wrong. This is probably the most visible part of the haircut, and so take it easy. So what I usually do is I just take one of the longer layers near the front and I kind of bring it forwards by over directing it forwards a little bit, and then I will slightly trim off the very front edge of it just to create a nice little sloping shape. Finally, it's time to style it. So I usually pop up a little bit of oil or oiling cream into my hair beforehand just to help protect it and keep it moisturized and defrizz it a little bit. Then I firstly do my fringe, and I just curl it up with the round brush like this and blow dry it. And then I start with the front section of hair and just do a very simple blow dry technique. I feel like this is quite a lazy girl blow dry technique because I don't actually section out my hair or anything. I just start from the front, create a rough section, and then move backwards with that. Sometimes what I will do is I will use the hair clips to clip up the front bits of hair when they're all curled up and they're still warm. This is just to help the curls to set. So before they cool down after being blow dried, I will pin them up and let them cool down in that shape, and that just helps them stay a little bit more bouncy. So then I repeat that process on the other side of the hair, blow drying from the front to the back, and that's pretty much it. So this is the final result, and as you can see, it's a very simple mid-length cut with layers on top. It's super easy to do at home. It's just the double ponytail method: beard ponytail, unicorn ponytail, optional front frond tidying up to get that really nice sloping hair shape framing your face. If you enjoyed this video, you might like this one over here. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been interesting or entertaining or helpful in some way. As always, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!